Sequence activities. In sequence activities, we identify and document the relationship between project activities. The sequence activities process is performed to convert the project activities from a list to a diagram. This diagram is called project network diagram, and it acts as a first step to publish a schedule baseline. Here is an example of how a network diagram looks like. You will notice that every activity except the first and the last are connected at least to one predecessor and at least one successor activity with an appropriate logical relationship. These logical relationships can be explained using one of the tools and techniques of sequence activities, precedence diagramming method (PDM). Precedence diagramming method. Precedence diagramming method is a technique used to create a network diagram with activities shown as nodes or boxes and the links or dependencies between the nodes as arrows. There are four types of dependencies or logical relationships. Finish to start. A logical relationship in which a successor activity cannot start until a predecessor activity has finished. For example, installing an operating system in a PC, which is a successor activity, cannot start until the hardware is assembled, predecessor activity. Next is start to start. A logical relationship in which a successor activity cannot start until the predecessor activity has started. For example, level concrete, which is a successor activity, cannot start until the pour concrete, which is a predecessor activity, has started. Next is finish to finish. A logical relationship in which a successor activity cannot finish until a predecessor activity has finished. For example, writing a document, predecessor, is required to finish before editing the document, which is a successor activity, can finish. Next is start to finish. A logical relationship in which a successor activity cannot finish until the predecessor activity has started. For example, a new accounts payable system, which is a successor activity, has to start before the old account payable system can be shut down, predecessor activity. Leads and lags. A successor activity is said to have a lead when it can start before the predecessor activity has completed, or the lead can be defined as the amount of time a successor activity can be advanced with respect to a predecessor activity. In this example, the activity B can start before the early completion of activity A. Lag. A successor activity is said to have a lag when it needs to be delayed with respect to the predecessor. For example, activity B here can start after 5 days of start of activity A. Dependency determination and integration. Dependencies are those things that influence which activities must be performed first. For example, a road must be graded before it can be paved. If grading and paving the road were two activities on the project, then we would say that the start of the activity of paving of road is dependent upon the finish of activity of grading of road. Thus, these two activities have a finish to start relationship. Dependencies can have four different attributes: mandatory dependency, discretionary dependency, external and internal dependency. Mandatory dependency. A mandatory dependency is that dependency that is legally or contractually required or inherent in the nature of the work. For example, in an electronic project, a prototype has to be built before it can be tested. In the above example, paving of the road is dependent upon grading it. So, grading is mandatory activity. Mandatory dependencies are called as hard logic, as these cannot be avoided. Discretionary dependency. Discretionary dependencies are sometimes referred to as soft logic or preferred logic and are typically based on historical information, expert judgment, and best practices. For example, generally accepted best practices recommend that during construction, doors should be fixed once the flooring is done. The sequence is not mandatory. Both activities can be done together or in parallel, but performing the activities in the preferential order reduces the overall project risk. Here, the flooring is preferred to be done earlier so that doors may be fixed, keeping the level of the door above floor. External dependency. An external dependency involves a relationship between the project and the non-project activity. External dependencies are generally outside of the project's control and scope. For example, the testing activity of a software may be dependent on delivery of hardware from an external source, or environmental clearances must be attained in government environment hearings before the site preparation can start on a construction project. Both hardware availability and environmental clearance in the above two examples are dependencies external to the project's control and scope. Internal dependency. Internal dependencies are those dependencies that the team can control. For example, laying of concrete on a roof slab depends upon availability of concrete. Both these are to be managed by the project team internally. So, these two activities have internal dependency.